Prepare to chant the company motto. Ha! Start! Cherish the spirit. Create the vision. Follow the faith. Serve in humility. Aja! Aja! Aja!
Such passion. It's been a while since I felt such passion. People have to live like this. Atomy is now the #1 company in Korea. It has continued to grow even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, $1.8 trillion the year before last, then $2.2 trillion last year. That is, it's a company that continues to grow by 15% and 20% even in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. After the COVID crisis is over, we're now expecting an explosive growth like this. About 1,000 people have gathered here now. We connected up to 11 hotels where 1,000 or 2,000 people gathered and conducted such seminars through multiple broadcasting so that almost 20,000 people, and with overseas 30,000 and 40,000 people participated at the same time. However, it was suddenly cut off due to COVID. However, Atomy also has the ability to transform quickly, so it changed to online and changed the whole system. In this way, Atomy again, Pung Sin Yong Jong, chanting, "The stronger the wind, the higher the kite flies." It has grown even bigger during the COVID-19 pandemic. Everyone predicted that this online world would come, but this COVID-19 has expedited the process. So now we are expecting such an explosive growth by mixing the offline and online, which we're already familiar with. For Atomy, it's true that the social perception of multi-level marketing wasn't very good. There are still some people like that, but as Atomy's doing really great, some perceive positively about them. The standard of being perceived positively is that if it's an item that we have to use anyway, for example, if we say that the item is cheaper than the discount store price, you aren't going there to receive the allowance. So as a consumer, if they think that they will benefit from it, it's said to be the principle of consumer interest. For that reason, the cosmetics we are selling called Absolute also received the highest award among cosmetics products, King Se-jung Award. Many of you may have never heard of it. King Se-jung Award isn't an award made by Atomy. This award has been around for a long time, but it isn't generally well known because the company receiving it is so rare. Some of you may have heard of the IR52 Chang Young-sil Award, but it's been awarded to many companies, including Atomy. But King Se-jung Award has never been received in the cosmetics industry. As for this award, about 130,000 invention patents are registered a year. We are the first among them. Wow! Now, just having a patent registered is great in itself. It's great just to get a patent, but it's #1 among them. There's competition with patents for all kinds of technologies, such as semiconductor, aircraft production, and shipbuilding, and so on. But everyone, Korea has now become the world's most powerful technological nation. It has become one of the most patented countries in the world. Among them, we took the first place. Wow! However, we weren't given the first place for the cheap price. They don't look at the price from the beginning, they just see the technology. We deserve the first place. So everyone, our multifunctional cosmetics, for example, take all of the cells related to brightening and target only that, increasing the efficiency. There's no cosmetics like that in the world. It's the best cosmetics in the world. So you have to pay $2,000 or even $4,000, $5,000 for a set, which only the rich can use. But we just sell it at discount store prices that anyone can use. So, this is absolute quality, and it's sold at absolute price. Even though it's absolute quality, Atomy is selling products that no one can sell with this quality at this price. That's why it's a system of using good products at low prices, other than getting paid allowances, benefits, or earning money. It wasn't introduced cheap from the beginning due to COVID-19, but in the future, we are going to sell it a lot. For example, one of our representative products is Hemohim. In the case of Hemohim, they were initially sold for $770 per box with 60 packs. So, even before Atomy was created, it was sold for $770 through another company. But as I saw it, the quality was very good. It was researched at the Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute. But at that time, it was sold for $770. So, though people heard rumors that it's good, not everyone could buy it. So only the people who had fatal diseases, especially the rich, and who heard about this product. As a result, only 500 boxes were sold per month. They were selling 500 boxes, so even if they sold 500 boxes for $770, the factory was at a loss, because one production cycle produced 3,000 sets. But if they sold 500 boxes a month, how many months would it have taken selling for 6 months? Then it only needed to run the factory twice a year. For the rest months, it went idle. It's weird if that factory ran well, so it was in ruin. So then Atomy demanded that it would try to sell the product. But there's one condition. Assume that 100,000 boxes are sold per month. Apply the costings according to that. I said, I would sell 100,000 boxes, but if you calculate the costings, thinking as if I sell 500 boxes a month, won't you make a loss even if you sell for $770? So when I said 100,000 boxes a month, they laughed. But now, 300,000 boxes are sold per month. So it's now necessary to make this a national health product at a price of less than $120. No, it should be made as a health product for all mankind around the world. Why would you eat it? There's a difference between eating and not eating it. So we eat. There's no other way to check. We just have to eat it. Then it said that they were less tired, felt energetic, and things were changed. So this product was just starting to sell all over the world. In the future, when I look at it, the day when a sale of 1 million boxes a month isn't far from now. So making money with Atomy products is second. First is that what we eat and use is a profit in itself. Then, if repeat customers will continue to consume, shouldn't you try this business? Or are you just going to let others do it? This is something worth trying. Is there any kind of business that can be continued in the next world? Therefore, it's said that it's a situation where more and more people have no choice but to gather to this kind of network marketing. And now people are getting smarter. I can't dwell on my labor income. I can't rely on a situation where I must work to earn income. Since a longevity extends, we might be able to take care of ourselves up until our 70s. But when we turn 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, how are we going to make a living by working? Labor income is limited, even to doctors. Labor income applies to doctors as well. Doctors only make money when they work. If they don't make money. This is called a labor income. But now there is something called a system income. A system works itself and makes us money over and over. That is, if we don't make money while sleeping, most of our times will be difficult and unhappy lives. So this Atomy is to create that system income. That's how it readies a retirement plan. Now the national pension would be gradually reduced. They've been talking that almost everything will disappear later on. If income isn't growing as much as prices are going up, then living would be difficult. So we need this kind of system income. We need capital income, not labor income. Capital income is good if we own a building and become a landlord. However, if it's difficult to achieve it, then system income would be the one. The system needs to keep running and generate income to make money. But how are we going to make that happen? If you can start a company, you will get system income when you start a company. All you have to do is make employees work, get paid, and get dividends. But it's so competitive, and this is no longer easy. It's really only extraordinary people who succeed. Now, such companies have grown big, so no matter where we start, unless we have huge capital and push it, it's hard to succeed. However, this Atomy business can be run without capital. In the future, the world is said to be a hyper-connected society. A hyper-connected society. They say that it would be a difficult world to make money without making money through connections. That is, this Atomy is a system that can make money through connection. So please know more about Atomy business. Don't look for roughly. Find out about it as if your life depends on it. So if you go to YouTube, there are tons of videos about Atomy. So you can start this business even if you are really unprepared. And there's something really good about it. The good thing about this is that even if we're not very smart, a smart person can come and work for us. In other businesses, if a boss or a president does stupid things, employees would quit, saying they are fed up. However, this isn't even a business that we pay a salary. Someone smarter than us comes in and takes care of the business. So whether we did it or our partner did it, the income would be the same for us. So if possible, let's not work, okay? Especially those who think that they are a bit slow or didn't do well in school. There should be many. Don't pretend you aren't one of them. So people who fit the description should pay more attention by thinking, this sounds interesting. But those shouldn't be slow either. Here we need to open our ears and glare our eyes now, because even those can succeed. Now, among the people who only graduated from elementary school, there are people who have gone to Royal Masters, Crown Masters, and even Imperial's Imperial. If you are Imperial, you would make $100,000 a month. They'd receive $1 million with a forklift just at the promotion ceremony. Such an amazing situation, even though one's only graduated in elementary school. Some people didn't even go to an elementary school. I ended up in 4th grade. There are people like this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So in particular, how can such people be successful? It's not that they are successful because they're smart, but people who graduated from graduate school, those who have received a PhD and business planners from big companies came and worked for them. We can also expand overseas. So it doesn't matter if we don't speak a foreign language. So now traveling is a business. Traveling is a business. Everyone. When times change, amazing things happen. So back in the old days when we were living by farming, we had to live with it. If it becomes an industrial society, we have to live in accordance with it. If it becomes an information society, we have to live in accordance with it as well. It's an information society now. So what is an information society? It's important for us to accept and embrace information, and we're passing the information. This is how we get rich. But there are still people who are stuck with the mind of an agricultural society, so they think they have to work hard. It's true that we have to work hard, but we need to be working hard on receiving and spreading the word, not working hard like plowing a field. In an industrial society, there was a time when goods were made well and sold to make money. I mean, there are people who have become wealthy in Korea too. But now it isn't an industrial society. Even the people who run the factory say it's difficult. How profitable would it be to run a factory now? So the way the other people become wealthy is different. The way you get rich is now that we are in an information society. So how fortunate we are to have an era where we can become rich by receiving and spreading information. In an industrial society, one should have studied well. In an agricultural society, one had to be strong. Even if you had a farmland, you couldn't farm if you weren't strong. But in an information society, one doesn't have to be strong. It's okay if we don't study well. Why? This is to connect. We just need to plug it in. It's a plug-in. What I'm talking about is, we don't build the power plant and generate electricity. We just have electricity in the house. And if we just plug in a socket, the light turns on or not. It turns on. It's the same as this one. Hearing this information now, it's the person whose light does not light up in their head. You have to take a log and set it on fire so the fire burns brightly. What kind of electricity comes by just plugging it in? Anyone who thinks like this should have their head remodeled. As long as your head is remodeled, you are ahead of the times. All you have to do is get ahead of those who haven't had their head remodeled. So now, in a way, it's quite fortunate. Why? Even people who can't promote just connect. So when you connected to foreign countries, you don't need to learn every foreign language, but a person who's good at a foreign language becomes connected, and that person connects another and another. So the line spreads all over the world. Most of the people who are in the Royal Club and Crown Club here now have lines extended overseas. But it's not like these people could speak English well and went to a foreign country to do it. There's a person who stretched a line in foreign countries without going abroad. At first, I told Imperial Master Young Suk Kim to go to America. Then she said, "No, Chairman, I don't have a single partner in the United States, so I'm not going there by paying the plane ticket and give a lesson over there. I can't." She disagreed 7 times. So I have stayed up all night 7 times and told her that this had to be done with teamwork by working together. I said, "Go." And she went over. What happened then? When she went there, welcome sponsor, there was a guy who was connected by a directorate level under him, saying, "My sponsor is that director." Huh? The director is my partner? So are you my partner? This is how it happened. So anyway, if you understand these things well, you can succeed. It can just change a family motto. Who started first? 50 people, who are now leaders. Seong Shim Kim. The family has 50 people who all do it. It's just that the whole family does it. There's a crown. There are a few royals. And when the family gathers, all the rich get together. Yes, they tell each other to come to their house, and they say that it's their treat when they gather. Once gathered, all the cars are good ones. But if you ask what kind of family it was really all ruined. So that's lucky. It's all ruined, so there's nothing else to do but Atomy. And the whole family has changed. So in an information society, you have to accept information positively. Instead, you have to know how to measure it, whether it conforms to the principles and rules. Oh, if the product I would handle is sent to another person, will this person continue to use it? Or am I going to be blamed? Is the person going to say that person used it once and will never use it again? At first, they said they wouldn't use it, but after trying it out, are they going to keep asking to buy it? We only need to distinguish the difference. But no matter how stupid you are, you can all do it. Do you know whether you should continue to use this toothpaste or not? It's more expensive than the toothpaste I've used before, or cheaper. You know this or not? Even if we didn't go to an elementary school, we know that. I ate Hamohim, and it seems that my body feels a little lighter. I feel less tired. My eyes open a bit more brightly for about an hour in the morning. I mean, even if we didn't go to an elementary school, we all know this. So how fortunate we are to have come to a world where the uneducated can succeed. But here and now, people who are really well educated and who were good at once are joining Atomy these days. Because they receive labor income only while they're working. The retirement plan doesn't work. But Atomy can become a retirement plan and it becomes a global business. Wow, I have to do this. There are people who earn 6-digit annual salary switching to Atomy business. When you change your mind, new opportunities are created. Times are changing now. It's now in transition of COVID-19 era to COVID-19 free era. Those of you who came here for the first time today at this time when Atomy can explode once again, you did well. Those who have just started Atomy are welcome. So check it out and be a success. I'll wrap up the lecture.